Hello, my name's Eric Beach. I'm the Health and Safety Advisor for Hertfordshire Community NHS Trust, and I'm trying out some new technology. What I want to try and do today is put together a small video which looks at how you set up your workstation, and in particular how you set up your workstation at home if you're working at home during COVID-19, or if this video is still around afterwards at a later occasion. I hope this is useful for you. Enjoy. For lots of us these days, working from a computer involves sitting in front of a laptop. And as we can see from the appalling posture of the three people worked here, this is not a comfortable way to work and is very likely to cause us injury and discomfort within a very short time. So how can we make a difference? How can we prevent ourselves from becoming injured or hurt as a result of our workstations? Well, there are several things that we need to do. Firstly, we need to assess our workstation to identify the risks there. Once we've done that, we need to change the way it's set up to reduce those risks. And we need to review this every time we change something. The other key thing that we probably need to do is move about. And if we start to find ourselves getting hurt or facing discomfort, then we need to report it and ask for some help. Most of what I am going to talk to you about today can be found in our workstation or computer use guidance. This has been updated recently to include a section on working from home, as you will see here. So what is a suitable sized desk or table? Well, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. A standard dining table will often do. As long as it's about 700 millimeters high and about 800 millimeters deep or arm's length, then it should suffice. If of course you want something away from your main living area, then you may need to find something else. Or if you've got somebody who's handy with the appropriate power tools, you can make your own. And here's one that I made for my son, who's back with us for a little while and working from home. It was made out of two sides of an old kitchen cabinet and a couple of metal straps. Dead easy. Having got yourself a table, you then need to get yourself a chair. And in order for your chair to be comfortable, you need to have it at such a height that your elbows are at the same height as the table. If you have an office chair, that's nice and easy because they're fully adjustable. But at home, we don't usually have those sort of chairs unless you're lucky enough to be able to find someone who's giving one away or selling it on eBay cheaply. So if all you have is a dining room chair and it's not quite high enough, then maybe you need to add a cushion or a bigger cushion or maybe even two cushions. Once we've sorted out our elbows being at the right height, which helps us to sit up straight, we need to think about where our legs are. If your chair is now too high, you may need to put a box or something under your feet or a footrest just to make sure that you're not getting pressure on the backs of your knees, and make sure that the space underneath the desk is nice and clear and isn't cluttered. That space is for putting your legs, not for storing stuff. Having your chair and desk correct is no good if your screen isn't at the right height. Too low and you will lean forwards to hunch over it. Too high and you get a crick in the neck looking up at it. Ideally, the top of the screen needs to be at eye level. This can be achieved in a variety of ways. If you have a small monitor which is not adjustable, you can stick it up on a bookcase. If you have just a laptop, you can stick it up on a cardboard box. Or if you have a monitor that isn't adjustable, you can place something else underneath it, like shown here, where we have two box files. If you are lucky enough to have a chair with a fully adjustable back, like these ones shown, then make sure you make the adjustment. The curve of the chair should fit into the curve of your back. The chair on the left is typical of many I find within the trust and is not going to be comfortable for anybody. Raise the chair up and so that the chair back is in your back. If you aren't doing this properly, then chances are you'll be sitting on the edge of the chair like shown here, and you won't be sitting in a comfortable position, and that won't be supporting your posture. Having got everything else sorted out, just make sure that all the things you need to be able to reach are easily reachable. And of course, don't forget that very important cup of coffee or cup of tea. People say, oh, I don't want to drink too much tea or coffee. It makes me get up and have to wander about all over the place and disturbs my work. Ideally, you shouldn't be sitting there for more than 40 minutes anyway. Getting up, having a wander around, doing something for a couple of minutes, coming back to your work is not only good for your back, but it also improves your concentration, because after about 40 minutes, your concentration level just drops like a stone. Unless, of course, you're one of these really exceptional people. But that's not many of us, is it? Trying to use a laptop in a car is definitely not something I would recommend. Trying to get a good posture when you're working on a laptop sitting here is not easy. The keyboard is too close, so your arms are all scrunched up. The screen is at the wrong level, so you're looking down, and eventually you end up with this scrunched up, tiny, curled up posture, which is really not going to be good for your back or for your muscles, your shoulders and whatever. It will hurt you and it will cause you pain. Even if you were to sit in the passenger seat and use it that little bit further away, it's still not good for any length of time. You might be able to use it for 5 minutes or so, but if you're using it for any sustained period, you are going to cause yourself injury or harm. Better to record stuff on your phone, maybe using a voice recorder package and then typing it up when you go home, or the other alternative is to try dictating it onto an email package using voice recognition on your phone, and then you can use that, copy and paste it into your documents, into your records when you get back to your office at home or your office wherever you happen to be based. But using a laptop in the car is not good. It's not something I'd recommend. For those of you who have not met me before, I am the health and safety team, effectively, for the Trust. Not only am I the health and safety advisor, but I'm the local security management specialist, fire safety manager, and also one of your Freedom to Speak Up ambassadors.